Hi guys, today we are going to be drawing shoes. So I need you to go around your house. You need to find a pair of your favorite shoes, or it could be somebody else in your household. They just have some really cool shoes and you want to draw them. Could be your mom's high heels, could be your little brother's sneakers. So you just need to find some shoes that are interesting to draw. You need to find something that would be a little bit of a challenge for you. Okay, they can be yours, they can be somebody else's, but what they do need to be is a pair, an exact pair. So I need you to find some shoes too that are the same. I don't want you to draw two different shoes, and I don't want you to draw just one shoe. So it needs to be two. And once you find those shoes, you need to set them up in an interesting composition. So you need to set them up in a way that makes it look interesting to draw and takes up some nice space on your page. These are going to be full page drawings in your sketchbook. They're going to take 2 days, today's class and tomorrow's, to finish, and they're going to be a contour line drawing. So no shading, just contour lines, but lots of detail. So all the stitching, all of the lines of the shoelaces, all of the interesting detail of the soles, or anything else that makes your shoes very interesting. So I need you to go find some shoes and then either set them up in a still life so that you can draw them from direct observation, or you can set them up, take a photo, and draw from a photo. I'm going to leave that part up to you. So you can draw from a photo if you are a little bit intimidated by this project and need a little bit of help with your image already being flattened out for you. Or you can go for a little bit more of a challenge and you can grab your shoes and set them up in an interesting still life in front of you and draw from direct observation and no photo. So up to you. Okay. Happy shoe hunting. Okay, as soon as you have your shoes all set up and you either take a photo or you have them ready to draw from life, you'll get your sketchbook out. I don't have my sketchbook today, so I just grabbed some drawing paper. Your sketchbook is 9 by 12. I think for your shoes, however you set them up, you'll need to either set them in a horizontal or vertical position with your paper. So you decide however you set up your shoes, that's how you're going to arrange your paper. So mine is a little bit more horizontal. So I am going to draw them that way. They take up more space this way on my page than this way. So I think that a horizontal drawing would be the best in this situation. So because I have a little lack of space, I've got mine set up on my photo and I don't have my shoes sitting directly in front of me. So I've paid attention to how I wanted my shoes set up and I've set them in an interesting way. So I've thought about composition. I want to have an interesting composition. I've placed the laces in an interesting way. And now I'm going to go ahead and draw my shoes. So this is going to be a contour line drawing. The contour lines are going to be really detailed though. So the only thing that I want you to leave out then is shading. So it's just the shoes in the middle of the page, no shading. You're going to have some contour lines. So in order to start this drawing, because we don't have a grid or anything like that set up, this does not have to be a continuous line drawing. You can pick your pencil up. The best way to start, I think, is to go ahead and put some lines on where you want your drawing to hit. So I've got, this is the bottom of my shoes, this is the top of my shoes, and I'm going to just basic block in some areas. So the top of my shoes look kind of like a rectangle. So I'm going to make sure that I put those shapes in first. And then I've got the front of the shoe that kind of comes around like an oval. And I went over my line a little bit. So does this necessarily look like my photograph? Not yet. I've just blocked in some basic shapes. So then I want to come back in and I want to start to draw the contour lines. Okay. The top of the shoe looks sort of like a cylinder. So we've already drawn something like this before with all of our cylinders, our cylinder practice. Okay. You can come back and erase. I always want you to erase your sketchy lines, but you can come back and adjust lines and erase as you go around. Okay. Okay. And then I want you to pay attention to where the lines hit on your photograph compared to on your drawing, or in real life compared to your drawing. So I've got my buckle of my shoe over here on the side, and I want to make sure that the laces that are right across from it hit in the right spot. So I have to look back and forth at my drawing versus my photograph or my real life setup. I have to look back and forth at them all the time because I need to make sure that what I'm drawing is correct and it's all in the correct spaces. Okay. So when I mean that I'm drawing the contour lines, so I'm drawing the outside lines of the shoelace. Okay. But I'm not shading them in. All right, when I get done, I'm going to make sure that I get some stitching details in my shoes. I want to get the ridges on the front of the boots and the little squiggly lines on the soles of the shoes. So I'm still working for all the details. I just don't need to, I don't need to necessarily shade, or anything like that to get the detail. I have my shoe proportions and my little starting shapes are a little bit off, so I can always erase those. I think my beginning lines were probably a little more accurate. I can use my fingers to measure, so I can measure this part of the shoe compared to the other part of the shoe. I just want to make sure that my angles are close to correct as possible, my curves. And this is going to take a little bit to make sure that all of this is correct and in the right spot. So you're going to come around and keep drawing these, all the little details of your shoe. This drawing is going to take you both class periods today and tomorrow. So this is a 2-day drawing. I want you to make sure you get a good setup today, and I want you to go ahead and start drawing. And then tomorrow you can finish the drawing out. This can be finished in a really nice pencil line, or you can go over it in pen. I'm going to leave that up to you. If you leave it in pencil, just make sure that either way, draw all of your lines really nice and crisp after you get exactly right, and then erase all your sketchy lines. So you're going to come in, as soon as you know that all your lines are correct, you're going to erase the sketchy lines and then go over all of your lines really nice and neat. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Have fun drawing some shoes. Thanks, guys.